Welcome to the Edge of Greatness podcast. The path to greatness is never linear and requires patience and consistency. Join us on our journey as we peel back the layers of success, searching for that elusive core. Each week we will explore a different component of greatness, utilizing experts who have traveled some part of the path that we are all on. We aim to uncover insights into the areas of leadership, coaching, performance, overcoming failure, the power of habits, and so much more. We are all on the edge of greatness. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Edge of Greatness podcast. I'm your host, Charles Schultz, and today what I really want to talk to you about is investing in yourself. When was the last time that you took time to invest in yourself? All right, and when you think of that term, when you think of investing in yourself, what comes to mind initially? Because that's important to think about too, because not all investments have to be monetary, right? I know that times have been tough. The pandemic has had its way with people, right? Financially, we're not all the same. We're not in a good place. Some of us, we're struggling to get by week to week, month to month, whatever it may be. But that doesn't mean you have to stop investing in your future, right? Investing in helping yourself grow. And one of the ways that I've done that is recently I just finished listening to and being a part of the Power of Positive Summit by John Gordon. I don't know if any of you out there know who that is or if you follow what he does, but I'm a big fan. I think he does some amazing things. I think his positivity is infectious. I think the way he teaches and helps leadership concepts is great. His books are very simple to read. It's an awesome place to start investing in yourself. But at the end of the day, the investment for that was $0. It was my time. And that's one of the areas I want you guys to understand is that you can invest in yourself without spending money, right? Invest in yourself by making relationships with people. Invest in yourself by volunteering your time to a cause that is dear to you. The stuff you will get from that investment down the road will be beyond beneficial. If you do have the means, invest in some books. Take a course or two. There are hundreds of mentorship programs. There's ways to connect with the people that you enjoy and follow. And those investments, if you apply yourself and you actually go into the investment with an open mind to learn and grow, will down the road feed your future success. We don't end up creating success on accident. The people who get successful are deliberate with their approach. They are constantly investing in themselves. They're constantly betting on themselves. They're constantly working towards being this version of themselves that's in the future. There were some really cool speakers during the Power Positive Summit, but the main theme over all of this is the mindset that you have when you approach adversity, when you're going through tough times, and believing that you have the ability to come out on the other end better. Right? We can't control what happens, good or bad. We can't do something about a negative outcome or a negative situation, but you can control how you think about that, how you respond to it. And the Power Positive Summit was very, very informative. It was a lot of fun. I listened to some people that I've never heard of or never even knew were out in this world. And so now I have more people to follow on Twitter, which will eventually hopefully pay off for me from learning what they do and how they do it and being able to apply it for myself. There was 30 plus speakers from all over the country, and probably more than half of them have a book, which now adds to my reading list, because that's another way that I invest in myself is I try to either read a physical book or listen to a book on tape every single day. The book on tape is easier for me because I drive back and forth to work. I put it in and I'm listening to it, and I can get through at least a book, maybe two in a month, depending on what I'm doing and where I'm going. The reading part, the physical reading of a book definitely takes me longer. But again, both of those are good investments in my opinion. They're investments of my time, yes, but I get something from every single thing that I read. I'm able to then apply it later in my lessons and my teachings to my students and my athletes. And I think that's something too, that the more you invest in yourself, the better we become as a people, right? The more we grow, the more information we're able to bring into our lives. And then it just brings us to a point where we can have success in the future. And the hardest thing about all this is when you think about investment, is it going to be worth the time of your investment? And I would say that in most cases, the answer is going to be yes. So take the time to apply for a mentorship program. Take the time to listen to a book on tape or to read. Take the time to connect with people who you follow and admire. And you'd be surprised how many of them are looking to give back to people who are the next generation up and coming. It's really inspiring, having been a part of this podcast community now for a little while, having gone through 40 plus episodes, the number of people that I've reached out to who said no, just flat out no, I can count on one hand. Most people are open to helping. Most people are wanting to help you succeed, but you have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to invest in the relationships that you're trying to build with these people. You have to invest in your own personal knowledge, so that way when you have that chance to sit down with somebody who's influential or who has a position that you want to get to, you're prepared. So those investments, those little investments along the way, ultimately get you to a point where when the time comes, you're ready to succeed. So when you listen to this today, all right, when you're working later on and when you're thinking about how can I invest in myself, start to put those little things together. And when you get home tonight, go invest in yourself, right? And again, it doesn't have to be a monetary investment. I'm sure if you looked hard enough, you could find another opportunity that would be a free opportunity to invest in yourself, that all it takes is your time. And that's what it takes, The little bit of time for you to invest in your growth and development will go a long way in your ultimate success. So as always, guys, keep reaching for the skies, fall flat on your face, and remember, whenever we fall, always get up.
Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and join us again next time as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But no matter what happens, remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. Please take a moment now to subscribe, rate, and review our show. We are all on the edge of greatness.